Hi Cancers, Josie K here. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel to watch my bonus video. Now my bonus video is a big bonus for me, mostly because I am going to do what I feel I do best, which is use my empathic psychic energies and not to care so much about which spread, which cards, where I'm pulling the messages from, how it's coming together. I'm not going to train anybody. I'm just going to do what I do best for me, and I'm going to pull the energies for you Cancers, but it may be just a specific energy. It's a really good example of a private reading. So let's see. What I want to get to with all of these readings is to clarify this message, this decision that everybody's getting to a point where they feel they have to take or make. The decision for Cancers have to do with some sort of celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, or a need to just plain have more fun. Some of you are listening to the energies of the High Priestess, to your intuition, so that you can consider carefully what you want before acting. Because there is a Two of Water here, okay? So I just got the feeling of a single person. A relationship that continues to grow closer. Make sure you have forgiveness for anyone or anything in the past, because there's going to be a positive resolution to some sort of conflict. Okay, so now I just got energies and messages about maybe there was conflict and now you guys are listening to the energies of the High Priestess, which is Archangel Haniel, to see if you can forgive and come back together to start all over now into the next 9-year path, because we're in a number 1 path right now with the 2017 equals 10. 10 is 1 plus 0, so we're in a number 1 path. There's 9 cards, 9 planets, and therefore 9 years to focus on what it is we're deciding in this number 1 year path. A lot of people are writing me and they are coming to points in their path where they have to, or they feel they have to, make a decision before moving into next year. And I feel like next year with the number 2, it's going to either be people just coming together to love and find harmony, and other people deciding, you know, on either still being stuck in that mode of not finding a path, or of finding a path but being still unsure. I guess that's all the same thing. Felt like different energies. So anyway, what I'm doing is I'm choosing to put 3 cards to my left and 3 cards to my right. The 3 cards to my left represent your energies for November, and the cards on the right have to do with what it is you're trying to make a decision and or choice about. So the first card representing you Cancers is the Memories of Love card. Okay, so this has to do with that waiting for clarity and forgiveness. So imagine yourself letting those candles kind of go out into the water and back out into the ocean. You'll always have them with you, but you won't be carrying them as heavily as before. Some of you are trying to let go of the memories of a connection that then became kind of a deceptive, envious type connection, not for the right reasons connection, if you know what I mean. So yes, some of you were maybe a little bit focused on finances, and were worried about your financial and material changes. Now the person you guys connected with, or who connected to you, or what this decision involves, this other person or connection or situation, has to do with some sort of conflict. The other person or situation is being represented by the Power card, which means slow, decisive decisions and actions when it comes to obtaining something. So could be a Leo here, could be someone who just has the ability to move slowly. Some of you may be thinking about this person trying to let the memories go of what was, the deception, the financial issues, and are waiting patiently for this person to use their power to come to the light and to leave some sort of conflict and defeat behind. Now the card representing you overall, Cancers, is prosperity begins. Oh, so there was a turn somewhere prosperity-wise. There was a temporary connection, and that kind of fulfilled your time for a while, and you're pushing that out away because there's material changes and financial changes. Now you're at a 5, or you were at a 5, meaning there was some discontent. But now this whole thing is saying prosperity will begin. You're coming over the hump as you let go of the dark energies. You know, if you have pain and anguish from the past, love or financially, it's going to affect your path moving forward. So you want to get that out of your path. Now the other person or environment or situation is being represented by the love begins. So maybe love began in the other person's mind, or an opportunity began, and then there was conflict and defeat, maybe because of money. As your prosperity begins, this person might have to, or will be going through some sort of energy where they can start to love again and let go of any conflict and defeat. And I hope it's not because they see you're just doing so well prosperously. All right, so I'm going to add the Witch's Tarot deck to the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. And I'm going to ask for clarification when it comes to the energies we just spoke of. Ooh, I got to do clarification first. So in a 3-card summary to my right, Cancers, there may have been some disruption, or you're just getting over the edge of, should I let everything fall apart and be disrupted? Is there positive movement forward towards what I really want? And I feel it's financial. In the next few weeks, you guys could be rising to a higher position financially, or becoming some sort of authority in your path. And somehow through this climb in finances, you are transforming spiritually. Take some time to rest and rejuvenate and connect with spirit. Because for some reason in the next 4 to 6 weeks, there is some sort of mental conflict about this connection. Maybe a sacrifice has to be made. Maybe something has to be let go of. And then there's time for rest and rejuvenation in order to be patient. There's wisdom here in finding the truth and rising to a higher level spiritually, receiving recognition, and being able to break through on the other side. So some are coming to a light when it comes to finances and prosperity, Cancers. And love, you may be waiting on someone. We've got the first 1.5 to 2 weeks from watching this video. You guys are kind of saying, this person's different from me. You know, one cat is white, one is black, but they're both cats. They just see things and experience things differently in their lives, just like everyone else. So in the next 2 to 3 weeks, try and figure out, what is it that you want in your path? And then when the time comes, you've got the Choices Angel with 1 white wing and 1 black wing. What is the right choice for you and what is not? All right, so memories of love. Some of you Cancers went back and you contemplated or maybe connected with someone from the past when you really should just let those candles go out into the ocean. Maybe there was some deception and or envy somehow, and Spirit was trying to say, remember to be loyal to you first. The High Priestess of Earth is here to guide you when it comes to finances. And the person or place that you're connected to, well, they're dealing with conflict, defeat, and chaos. They're trying to take their time to decide if a risk is worthwhile. And they're trying to see the light when it comes to who matches them as a person. So you guys, Cancers, some of you, whoever energies these are hoping and praying that prosperity will develop. And it is developing as you let go of some deceptive energies or someone around you who is deceptive. But I feel that that's causing conflict for this other person or environment. Because they were wanting love to begin and they're trying to summon it in because they've been dealing with conflict. Now they're taking the time to apply all of their strengths to move slowly towards a risk. It's like you guys are trying to figure out if you belong in a certain financial position somehow, and they're trying to figure out if they belong with you. Now, to clarify once again, I'm going to add the Rider-Waite deck. Cancers, please. All right, so representing you guys. Yeah, a message may have come. Whoops. And someone may have been deceptive to you guys or deceitful. So you let some memory go. You followed a path in finances. Or you followed a different path. We'll see. In your foundation, somebody was being deceptive and envious, and you stayed loyal to your path, and that's why Spirit's bringing in a brand new opportunity when it comes to career and finances. A blessing from the universe. Somebody is, well, first of all, you guys are going through material change. You're being led by the High Priestess who's guiding you in the right way, but some of you are dealing with a difficult child and or someone who's acting like a difficult child because they're envious of the fact that you're receiving some sort of opportunity. The other person you guys are making a decision about. They're dealing with that conflict and defeat and chaos, and they're just hoping and wishing and praying on a star, which is a major arcana, to manifest a new opportunity. They have the power to plan slowly, to take a risk, but at some point, I think they may be the angry one. They finally see the light about themselves and that they act too hardcore, too harsh. And Cancers, it's your hope. Your hope in the boundaries you are maintaining for your own path and the goals you're setting to achieve in your own path. That brings you great prosperity. For the other person, they're trying to summon in love and happily ever after. And I think once this person finds that in their path, you're going to see a different side to them. They just got to figure out what this happiness and fulfillment is to them and how to find it. So someone is just not fulfilled, and you guys are finding your fulfillment financially for sure. But yeah, in the first few weeks, some of you guys are just wanting to get away from any form of disruption. You're willing to let things be, to understand that they've got their point, you've got your viewpoint, and you're just going to move forward towards the better option. Who wouldn't? And in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we've got you guys being able to meditate and listen to spirit and ask for what you want to manifest, and it will be created with the magician energies. Don't be up in your head with mental conflict. Make the choice that is best for you, because that choice is going to bring great financial abundance and prosperity, and it's going to make you happy at home, feel very at home. Right where you are belonging. And things will become very balanced and playful. So I'm going to look at spiritual guidance for Cancers. Un momento, por favor. All right, so I'm going to do a circle spread using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland and the Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason. And I'm going to ask Spirit for spiritual guidance and messages now on into and through the month of November 2017. Thank you. Same with this deck, please. For Cancers, general messages, love and romance, and or career and finance. Okay, so the person and or energies I am pulling for at this time in their path are discontentment and fulfillment of wishes. That's what I feel like the whole month of November is just discontentment and fulfillment of wishes, but not really knowing what those wishes are exactly, where we have to really start deciding what are we going to pray to God for, that one thing. Mental aspects, position. Expressing yourself, sacrificing something so you can climb into that position of leadership and care for those around you. How can you express yourself? You're thinking in your thoughts, some of you, not all of you, Cancers. I need to let something go so that I can care for those around me and express myself in a way that fulfills not only me, but others. In your relationship sector, ooh, love begins for some of you, and there is stability. So love doesn't seem to be a concern for some Cancers, not all, at this time in November. Now your creative inspirations have to do with letting go of love, memories of love, not trying to force anything, change anything in our path, just sending those messages quietly, imagining sending those candles quietly and softly out into the ocean, and then using those memories to create something. It's in your creative inspirations position. So instead of forcing something to transpire, you take your skill or talent or goal within and manifest something with the memories of love. Give and share that energy with others as you manifest something beautiful from those memories. In your actions position, listening to your third eye chakra with the number 3. Who and what am I dedicated to? Those are the actions I'm going to take at this time in November. In your emotional aspects, feeling maybe emotionally conflicted when it comes to a female air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, could be male or female because it's a general reading, or feeling emotional because you need to finally stand up for yourself. Fulfill your own wishes, especially if you're stable. A lot of people who have discontent, need to, instead of trying to find fulfillment outside of ourselves through others, we have a special trade, skill, blessing, gift inside each of us. We just need to figure out what that is and go and play with it and see what we can do with it and how we can share it with others. In your subconscious, subconsciously, you guys are aware that there's a strong foundation and that you could accomplish some achievements, but you've got the Two of Swords here. Normally, that means not being able to make a decision. But this represents opposition in your foundation. Subconsciously, opposition in this nice firm foundation is due to discontent because there's stability in this relationship. So fulfill your wishes with achievements that you can create. And that's where love of self begins in the month of November. Memories of love can be formed through a creative project that could become prosperous. But it does involve mental conflict. It does involve, okay, who was I then? Who am I now? What did I learn? How can I share what I've learned with others? In your practical matters position, Spirit's saying to choose wisely. And you guys are kind of putting down your sword, taking a break, thinking about a new opportunity, a new idea, a new direction. Remember, fulfill your wishes and discontent with creative projects at this time. Use your imagination to deal and to conquer any mental conflict. In your inner strengths position, you guys have the ability to rejoice in the end of something, realizing who and what you are dedicated to, and going with the Death card energies through a spiritual transformation into a new beginning that I feel you will be celebrating. So if any of you are feeling discontent at this time, there could be fulfillment of your wishes when it comes to memories of love and how you can create something with your blessings, your skills, your gifts, your talents, and how you could dedicate yourself to a project, an idea, so that you can not only maintain stability, but that you could find fulfillment as this love begins within you and your home. This might be a good idea for a good time for a family to get together and do a creative project together so that everybody's coming together to be proud of what they accomplish as well. In a 3-card summary to my right, within the first week and a half to 2 weeks from watching this video, some of you are going to decide on what this new path is going to be. Spirit's handing you this new direction from the heavens. It's a truth sword. It's claiming victory over what was, cutting away of maybe a way of thinking, and stepping into a brand new path. Could it be this creative path? And through this creative path, that prosperity begins. For some of you, you might have to let something old fall away, like a corporate business, because you started your own business with your own skills and talents. And Spirit's saying there is reward there for you. Be diplomatic. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're going to be very passionate and excited about something. And Spirit's saying that at times, even when we run into defeat, when one thing doesn't work, we are to take, and you have available the Queen of Wands energies to illuminate, to continue to illuminate, to continue to set goals, reach goals, and not giving up on setting and reaching goals until you have accomplished what you set out to do, which is to find love within. We have the initiation card. knowing and seeing that something's coming to an end so that you can initiate a beautiful new beginning. And this new beginning is where love begins. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, you guys could start enjoying a project, an idea, and it's going to bring great harmony. And in the next 4 to 6 weeks, with the spirituality cup, Spirit's asking, in hindsight, what are the blessings you'd like for us to fill this cup with? This is about leaving a path or a way of being behind, stepping out of a path, and manifesting who you are becoming in a new path. It's a time of great change and forward movement and of recovering from the past. That's when abundance will come your way. So I'm going to add a little more clarity here. I'm excited to see that the card on the bottom of this deck says new beginnings. There will be financial changes, and I feel for the positive. I love that people are starting to really figure out what their gift, their goal, their talent is, so that everybody can go to who and what reflects them and interests them, and we can all pay each other for what we do and still remain prosperous enough to humbly care for our family and others. All right, so Cancers, again, we're seeing a child here, fulfillment of wishes, and discontent. So again, it might be a good idea for some Cancers out there, if your children are still young enough to still cooperate and want to be involved, bring them in and ask the whole family to do a project together, like flip houses, if you know how to teach them how to do stuff. In your mental aspects position, sacrificing a part of life to step into that leadership position and to express what it is that you want so that you can get out of your head. Spirit's words, not mine. Relationship. Love begins. There's great stability and a strong connection. Wow, so the connection just got stronger because people came together here. Now, in your creative inspirations position, remember, the memories of love will always be there. We cannot force things. We need to let go of things. Everything happened for a reason. So now it's time to look clear at what that reason was and what made you stronger. So you can stand up now and put into action that third eye chakra. Think about what you want to dedicate yourself to, and know that justice is in your favor with the major arcana justice. Spirit's going to help for you to weigh out what fulfills you in your life and cut out what does not. In your emotional aspects position, we've got the Queen of Swords and mental conflict. Being clear about what you want. Setting goals. There's going to be a great fulfilling cup of abundance, happiness, contentment, and joy once you start taking steps in this new direction. You will be letting go of mental conflict and your cup will be flowing over. In your subconscious, we've got a strong foundation and achievements. Dealing with opposition by getting up on your horse and saying, everybody get on your horse, let's go. Let's go figure out what fulfills us. Let's go figure out who we are and how we're going to learn more about who we are, or who I am and what I want to learn more about. Going into deep thought, choosing wisely about what you want to stay up at night working on, what it is that's going to excite you and fulfill you. In your inner strengths position, you have the abilities, the energies in November to celebrate something new as you put something to an end. You may be wondering, should I give something one last chance or not? Well, until you know where that new beginning is leading you, just because it began doesn't mean it is, right? It just means it started. In the first week and a half to 2 weeks, some of you are going to be leaving troubled waters behind, or places where you just want to go and find your own reward within. Some of you in the next 2 to 3 weeks will be connecting to situations involving children, maybe people involving children, or something that you did as a child or have always wanted to do since you were a child. And of course, in the next 4 to 6 weeks, it may be difficult to leave these cups behind, but they're empty and gone. It's time to step into this new path with new offers and opportunities to see where your gift resides. Listen to your intuition. Keep your heart open to different ideas. Then set goals. Get others involved. And I'm feeling children for sure. All right, so we're not doing word of prayer. We're doing to close with. We're going to pull from the Messages from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Cancers, please, month of November. Spiritual guidance. Okay, so for the first week, week and a half to 2 weeks, Sonia's here. For those of you who have been wondering, she's bringing a message from your deceased loved one telling you that they are happy and at peace and that they love you very much, not to worry about them. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, caution is warranted, says Bridget. Look deeper into the situation before proceeding further. Take some time to rest with Angel Bethany. When you take excellent care of yourself, everyone benefits. So give yourself a relaxing treat, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure, maybe even a nap. The card on the bottom of the deck is Ariel, telling you that new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself within the world. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. That's on the bottom of the deck. So now is a time to figure out, what is my gift? What was I blessed here to do? And how can I share that with others? Maybe I can get people involved with me so that we can all enjoy it together. It's a lot of cutting away from who we have been and who we are, because we're different now somehow. I feel this a lot, like people are going through a major transition and they have to figure out that one last test within themselves so they can confidently step into next year in the arms or in the business of what they confidently chose to step into. That way they have the next 9 years to enjoy their decision. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope to see you and or hear from you very soon. Take care and God bless.